Welcome to BizFlow Tutorials video series on accounting integration. In this video, we'll focus on how to post transactions to QuickBooks and how to run General Ledger, GL, and Journal Entry reports. We will also look at GL discrepancies and how to resolve them. You can post transactions daily, weekly, or monthly, but BizFlow strongly recommends daily posting. If you've missed days, it's best to post each day separately. For example, if you missed a week, post each day one at a time. This makes it easier to identify and resolve any issues. When multiple days are combined, it becomes more difficult to trace discrepancies. You can post any time the next day after the business day closes at midnight. Avoid posting the same night. Even if you miss several days, post them one day at a time. There's no harm in posting multiple days at once, but separating them makes troubleshooting easier. Common issues when posting. Typical issues arise from unmapped categories. For instance, if a new category hasn't been mapped to a chart of accounts in QuickBooks, the system won't know where to post it. Let's walk through the process. Assuming your chart of accounts has been imported and mapped, and you've already chosen between cash or accrual basis, BizFlow creates a GL entry for every transaction, depending on your chosen accounting basis. For example, consider an invoice where a partial payment of $541.25 was made at 3:58 p.m. A remaining balance of $108.25 was paid later. Separate GL entries are created for each payment, based on the transaction date and time. To view this, go to Reports, select a date to run the GL entry report. Let's test with March 28. Set both the start and end dates to March 28 and generate the report. A discrepancy of $2,598 may appear in red, preventing you from posting. Please note, small discrepancies under $1 are allowed. Large discrepancies must be resolved first. To resolve a discrepancy, run the GL entry discrepancy report for the same date. On March 28, a discrepancy is linked to invoice 10757. Open the invoice. An original payment of $3,247 was made. A refund was issued on March 28 to in-store credit. The system couldn't determine where to post this refund, likely due to the item being categorized as miscellaneous. In such cases, contact BizFlow support. Open a customer support ticket and the team will help you resolve the discrepancy. Posting GL reports to QuickBooks. If there were no discrepancies, you could simply click the QuickBooks icon to post directly. But in this case, with a discrepancy, you need to identify the issue using the GL discrepancy report. Alternatively, go to Payments Invoices, filter by payment date, and identify problematic transactions. For example, on March 28, invoice 10759 has no payment and no GL entry. And invoice 10757, which was previously identified, is the source of the issue. Understanding mapping and avoiding errors. Discrepancies often arise due to missing or incorrect mappings between BizFlow and QuickBooks. To review or fix mappings, go to Setup, Manage Chart of Accounts. Map BizFlow categories to QuickBooks accounts. For example, Bay Bookings goes to Fees and Services, Events a different income account. If a new category is added under Setup Managed Services, ensure that it is also mapped correctly to a QuickBooks account. Otherwise, it won't post properly and will cause discrepancies. Handling new services and GL mapping in BizFlow. Let's walk through a common scenario. One of your employees adds a new service in BizFlow. Let's say Group Instruction. They create this under a new service category called Group Training, perhaps for a department like the Range Department. When creating a service, they would follow the standard steps: enter service name, set duration, set price, assign location and resources, and finalize service creation. Once added, this new service and category will appear under the Service Management tab. However, since the category is new and Chart of Accounts is mapped at the category level to QuickBooks, there will be a missing GL mapping. Identifying the missing mapping. To check this, go to Setup, Manage Chart of Accounts. You will see that Group Training has no QuickBooks mapping. If you now try to create a transaction for this service, it will fail due to missing mapping. For example, go to the point of sale. Select a customer, choose the group instruction service, and choose the payment method. Attempt to checkout. At this point, the GL entry will show no mapping because BizFlow doesn't know which QuickBooks account to link this new category to. This creates a discrepancy on the QuickBooks side. Viewing the error. To see the issue clearly, go to Reports, GL Entry Report, select the date of transaction. You'll see a line stating no mapping. Click the entry to open the transaction details. You will see that the Group Instruction Service under Group Training has no mapped chart of account. Fixing the mapping. To resolve the issue, create a corresponding account in QuickBooks. To do this, go to Setup, Manage Chart of Accounts, click the Import tab. Add a new income account with account type, account name, Group Training Revenue. Ensure the spelling and capitalization matches QuickBooks exactly. And account number. This is optional. Once created in both systems and matched, go to the Services tab. Refresh the screen. Map the new Group Training category to the new Group Training Revenue account. Now that mapping is fixed, the existing transaction still needs to be corrected. Currently, BizFlow does not allow users to recalculate GL entries manually. However, we can fix this issue for you from our back end within 24 hours. We are also working on adding a feature that will allow users to recalculate GL entries directly. Open a support ticket with us and we'll resolve the discrepancy. Final notes. Post GL entries daily. This helps catch mapping issues early before they pile up. Avoid waiting until the end of the week or month to post. This can result in multiple unmapped transactions. Mapping issues can arise if staff forget to inform you of new categories, QuickBooks is missing the appropriate chart of accounts, and there is a complex transaction or BizFlow processing edge case, though this is rare. This concludes the tutorial. If you have any questions or need assistance, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you for watching.